stress,
high blood
high
pressure,
cholesterol,
diabetes,
starve. It's time to learn how to take care of God's temple with Henrine's Healthy Health Tip on Sunday Morning Sounds with Les on tcmradiostation.com. So without further delay, here's Henrine.
Greetings and welcome back to Sunday Morning Sounds with Les here at tcmradiostation.com. This is Henrine McCullum with your Healthy Health Tip, and just know I am always excited about an opportunity. This opportunity is purely for informational purposes only, educational, not intended to replace advice of your treating physician. So be advised, it is not to diagnose or to treat illness. It is purely for convenience and reference only. So today, I'd like to present to you another thought-provoking to consider. I'd like to address three particulars, one of which is our immune system. Our immune system is a system of processes within the body that are there to protect us against disease. It is a highly organized system, a highly organized army. It is our first line of defense, the army that stands at the gate. When it is functioning properly, intruders or pathogens are discerned and detected. They're subdued and they are nullified and destroyed, neutralized to be of no effect for destruction of the internal operations. Have you ever been told that you have an incurable disease? Modern day medical system will not train or permit the medical doctor to address and conquer autoimmunity, which is said to be the root cause responsible for over 100 autoimmune conditions. He is only permitted to treat the symptoms, not the root cause. Autoimmunity, hyperactive. It is when the system is provoked to literally, unknowingly attack itself, turning on itself, making itself appear to be the intruder, unknowingly misdirected, a misfiring, attacking our own immune system. As stated, the misfire is when the body does not recognize its own tissue and it begins to go into default and not be able to clear infections from the body. And when that happens, there usually is an onslaught of other multiple, unspecific, unclear infections that can begin to invade the vessel. The manifestation may now be recurrent bacterial, fungal infections, and chronic inflammations of the stomach or the gut. This is a list of a few of the challenges that one might experience by way of symptoms. One might be abdominal cramping, abdominal pain, abdominal swelling, abdominal tenderness, abnormal growths, obsessions, acid reflux, anemia, as I stated, bacterial infections, bloating, blood in stools, burning pain, confusion, fainting, excess gas, hair loss is a big one, gland and lymph node problems, hemorrhoids, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, hormonal imbalances, intestinal bleeding, irritability, joint inflammation, loss of muscle tone, memory loss, migraine, nasal inflammation, nausea, parasitic infections, polyps, skin disorders. Those are a few, but there are many, many more. What I wanted to add to that is these symptoms that go unchecked is desiring to provoke the manifestation of the disease that's hiding behind it, looking to find a way in, to be made manifest. The body begins to speak. As the body is trying to bring forth homeostasis, which is just the balance, another intruder, which is a good thing depending upon, as long as it's not exceeding, that's inflammation. Inflammation is the body's attempt to self-protect itself. The aim is really to remove harmful stimuli and damaged cells, irritants, and the pathogens. And it's a process that has to occur to advance the healing that has to occur. When there is something that is harmful or irritating to any body part, there is a response to remove it. Thus, inflammation enters. Inflammation is not a bad thing. Inflammation is part of the body's immune response initially, but gone unchecked, it can further advance into a perpetual state of inflammation that turns into dis-ease or disease. There is a co-laboring in autoimmune disorders and inflammation. The autoimmune disease, also known as autoimmune disorder, is where the body initiates the immune response to healthy tissue, mistaking the tissue for harmful pathogens or irritants. The immune response triggers an inflammatory response. And in this place, as I stated, there are literally hundreds of autoimmune diseases, and nearly all of them have inflammation as one of the signs. These are a few of the disease that come in as a result of exceeding inflammation. Rheumatoid arthritis, Crohn's disease, fibromyalgia, Graves' disease, lupus, psoriasis, type 1 diabetes, Addison's disease, vitamin A deficiencies. There's so many others, but this is just a few. When inflammation is gone awry, the other side is disease. For your understanding, all bacteria is not bad. There is an estimated 100 trillion microorganisms that live and inhabit every normal, healthy bowel. As I stated, there are armor. These microorganisms generally don't make us sick, but they are helpful for normal gut-dwelling flora. The bacteria is needed to stand guard. It's our armor. It's our front line of defense. It rises up against the pathogens, the harmful intruders. Keeping it in check is the key. Enter digestion and nutrient absorption. This is another vital, pivotal place. And when there is an interruption, the body begins to process differently. And then immune functions may be hindered. There is now growing scientific evidence that suggests that one can treat and even prevent many immune dysfunctions and illnesses with the supplementations containing certain live bacteria. Probiotics are beneficial live bacteria. They are healthy cultures or friendly bacteria inside of the body that help us to digest and synthesize, absorb nutrients to protect us from toxins and to fortify our natural defenses. Know that our age, poor diet, stress, and just depleted bodies can create a challenge for the internal eco-balance, if you would. But the good bacteria presented by the probiotic can lead to proper, complete digestion and relieve some of the constipation and the gas and the bloating and some of the other onslaught of dis-ease in in the ecosystem. The probiotics promote good digestive health by providing an easy, safe way to supplement the body, again, with live cultures. So be advised, consider probiotics. To give you a little visual, imagine little Pac-Man eating up waste from incomplete digestion, just running all over the place, picking up and doing the house cleaning. That's a visual of like what the probiotic will do for the internal ecosystem. Again, the probiotic is a very beneficial microorganism. They literally clean up the body. So I strongly suggest that you use this aid to bring the body back to homeostasis, your healthy place. I believe that there are many who are suffering with disorders and syndromes that may even come to a halt by adding this consumption. You can just consider it. A little bit more on the supplement is that it naturally supports healthy bacteria levels by delivering support to the healthy immune functions as well as to recovery to healthy digestive functions. Probiotics are designed to survive the harsh environment of stomach acid, and so the live culture is what really has the effect on bringing the body back. The supplementation is actually going to promote gastrointestinal integrity. The digestive balance is key. Not only just eating rich density food, but we also have to be able to absorb the nutrients from the food during the digestion processes. The probiotic is going to have a direct positive effect on the digestive system to promote health, immune functions, and to support balance. Most of the time it's available in a powder form, so it's flavorless, it's dissolvable, easy when it's applied to food like, cool food like yogurt and beverages and juice, things like applesauce. I use it myself, and I can specify that it appears to be a very effective culture for critical care for digestion and immune system functions. So because it's going to help build the integrity of the digestive tract, and it's going to help with the immunity, it's going to help with inflammation, it's a good thing to consider. Oftentimes it's the lack of germ defense that creates an environment that would promote many of the challenges by way of dis-ease that ultimately becomes disease. So sarcoidosis, systemic lupus, even scleroderma and Sjögren's, all of those are autoimmune diseases that can often be treated by way of probiotics. Just something to consider. I do hope that you will consider some of the information that was provided for you today. It's going to just require that there is an application. We get much information, but the application is what's going to make the difference. And when we apply it, it is my prayer that our immune functions will not be hindered. My prayer is that no evil will befall you, neither shall any plague come near your dwelling. For he has given his angels charge over us. They keep us in all of our ways, in our pathways of life, healing, and health. This has been Henrine McCullum with your Healthy Health Tip. I'm prayerful that you have been sharpened today. For you, enjoy and have an amazing day.
You've been listening to Henrine's Healthy Health Tip. Make sure to join in next week as we continue to learn how to take care of God's temple on TCMradiostation.com, where ministry and music meets demand.